Good morning, dear students. Welcome you all for our history online class. Dear students, we have already started our civics chapter and we learn about fundamental rights, fundamental duties, directive principles of state policy. Today, we learn about the difference between directive principle of state policy and fundamental rights. What are Dpsp and fundamental rights? Let us take a look. Fundamental rights are justiciable and enforceable rights, while directive principles are non-justiciable and cannot override fundamental rights. Fundamental rights provide political rights, whereas social and economic rights are provided through Dpsp. Fundamental rights are mentioned in the article from 12 to 35, while directive principles are mentioned from article 36 to 51. Understood, students? Fundamental rights are negative as they prohibit the state from doing certain things. Dpsp are positive as they require the state to do certain things. Fundamental rights are justiciable. That's why they are legally enforceable by the courts in the case of their violation. Dpsp are non-justiciable. They are not enforceable by the court for their violation. These directive principles are the measures to judge the work and performance of every government. Fundamental rights, they aim at establishing political democracy in the country, while Dpsp, they aim at establishing social and economic democracy in the country. Fundamental rights, these have legal sanctions. Dpsp, these have legal and political sanctions. Fundamental rights promote the welfare of the individual, hence they are personal and individualistic. Dpsp, they promote the welfare of the community, hence they are societarian and socialistic. Fundamental right, they do not require any legalization for their implementation. They are automatically enforced. While Dpsp, they require legalization for their implementation. They are not automatically enforced. Fundamental rights. The courts are bound to declare a law violative of any of the fundamental rights as unconstitutional and invalid. While Dpsp, the court cannot declare a law violative of any of the directive principle as unconstitutional and invalid. However, they can uphold the validity of a law on the ground that it was enacted to give effect to directives. Now our next point is importance of directive principles. In spite of the above criticism, the directive principles have a great importance. This is borne out from the following points. Directive principles are a pledge of the fathers of the Constitution to the people of India. They provide an outline of the program to establish a welfare state in India. They provide a guideline to the government in its policies and laws. They provide a yardstick to measure the performance of the government. They are the measures to provide the two most important aspects of democracy: social and economic democracy. Without this, our democracy is crippled. They are a useful supplement to the fundamental rights.